Hey, it's Big T. Today I'm going to tie a bug that I've been working on that I've had good success with, and it's nothing innovative in any way, shape, or form. It's just using an existing pattern and changing a few materials around, so I don't want to act like I've come up with something super special, but I call it the Straggle Bug, and it's a take on a Girdle Bug or Pat's rubber legs, utilizing Semperfly ice straggle chenille. It's a real buggy fly, and as a matter of fact, it's one of the flies that I'll use year round, the girdle bug or a variation, whereas I rotate through a lot of other things. Obviously a squirmy worm tends to be something that I might fish year round. I'm going to start with just a tad of Zap-A-Gap on my hook, and this is a size 10 3X Big T barbless hook, and we're going to put some .30 lead wire on there. You can adjust your wire based on how much weight you want. And I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap up front and in back. And the reason for the Zap-A-Gap is it'll help keep that from twisting and turning. I've got some Semperfly Classic waxed thread in an 8/0. This is their brown olive. You could use brown black. And I'm just going to start that right up in front of the lead wraps. And then I'm going to come in with some barred sexy floss. This is copper in a size medium. And I've got these pieces cut in, I'd say 1.5 inches, maybe 2-inch pieces. And I'm going to place it on the far side of the hook and wrap forward. And then what I want to do is I want to bring this other piece over to the other side and trap it with my thread against the other side of the shank. And we'll wrap that forward. Now, those are pretty close in size on each side, which usually does not happen for me. Normally I'll be trimming those to length. As I go to the back, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm going to take another piece. I'm going to actually fold it in half, and I'm going to tie in that little folded piece there to get that in. And that's relatively similar in length. I'll wrap over it a few times. Then I'm actually just going to come back to the top, and I'm going to tie in some cinnamon colored, and obviously you can change the color scheme on all of this. Ice straggle. This is a real super buggy material. We'll bring it back a little bit. I don't like the way that front piece is hanging in there. There we go. And we're gonna wrap that all the way back to where the tail is and bring our thread up to about the 3/4 mark. And then with touching turns, we'll wrap this up the hook shank. Come over top and trap it with a couple wraps and a couple in front. I'm going to take another similarly cut length of our leg material, fold it around the thread and bring it in is one way of doing this. And it's the way I've done most of the time, so I'm most comfortable with. A few wraps, and then we're gonna preen these two front legs, leaving the antenna up, and advance our thread to the top, and then continue wrapping that eye straggle forward. This is something you certainly could use your rotary feature on if you have that function on your vise. Oh, got that trapped in there. I got a leg trapped in there. Let me grab. There we go. Much better. Sometimes up front you may want to make sure you've got everything covered. There we go. So this adds a whole new layer of leggy bugginess to the fly, and has a lot of movement when you get that wet. As far as finishing this off, you can do the traditional whip finish. You can also do a half hitch and come underneath here with that. I usually do several. And if you feel it's necessary, you can hit the thread with a little zap-a-gap once you've got it done. As a final step, I'll pull the middle four legs up and just take a look at them. In this case, they're pretty close to the same length, but I'm going to trim them slightly. And we're left with that. Back tails might be a hair long. You may want to take a little length off here, and that's kind of your preference. Sometimes I'll start with longer legs on flies, because that's always an adjustment you can make on the stream with your nippers. You can easily adjust that if you feel like you've got too much. Appreciate you watching. Please subscribe to my channel. You can purchase all these materials at the store, bigtflyfishing.com.